We're still uncertain about Dario. TJ will not play. Joel is not here, and Trevor is, available, and we'll be playing tonight.
How do you approach this? No TJ, no Embiid, two huge energy pieces.
And maybe no Dario. Like,
Yeah.
if you put a gun to my head, I'm expecting him not to play.
Okay.
And I think that, you go back to, Rashawn will come in and play some four. It's quite timely that Trevor is here now. And so, we'll see him for sure. And I think when you get to other numbers, like say we stick to the 9-man rotation, Furkan could come in the mix and see court time as well. And so we are completely undermanned, but that's why you have a team. And those are the answers that I would give if you ask, well, then what?
I know you've had probably plenty of experience in welcoming new guys in, but have you had a chance to speak much with Trevor yet, one-to-one, and what did you guys discuss about what awaits for him?
I mean, just trying to help him with his family as an organization, making sure his family's okay, moving from Brooklyn. He's got 3 children, making sure his wife's comfortable, because it seems like the family will be coming, handling the onboarding, with a level of care is important. We're doing that. As far as basketball stuff, just quickly going over little bits of what we do structurally. I think one of the things that makes him unique is it's the reason he stayed in the league so long and plays is he knows who he is. He's not trying to reinvent himself. He's got a simple game. It's a man's game. It's a physical game. It's a move the ball game, and he defends. And so, how does that work in our world? And trying to show him sort of just surface stuff so that he can come in and feel as best organized as he can. Those types of things are on my mind as relates to Trevor.
How did Trevor look in the limited, 10 minutes you had to look at him?
He's a pro. He's a man, and he's a pro. And, you look at the last 4 years, when you're averaging, I think it's 70 games, plays 70 games a year, plays 20, 24 minutes a game, on average I think it was 22 minutes a game. That's a real number. That's a legitimate NBA player. And I'm mindful of that. And so when I see him, you just look like, there's a veteran man. It's like the concepts, the notions, some of the words, our vocabulary isn't always the same, but the notions in NBA life are quite similar. And, there's a comfort level I think he has in that, and there certainly is a comfort level that I have knowing what we got.
If Dario can't go, you expect him not, are you going to go with the same lineup you had the last game?
Probably go with, if Dario can't go, well, and Joel's not here.
Oh, wow, I'm sorry, I forgot about that.
Yeah. You're probably going to go with comfort levels, and to me that is Rashawn at a 4, and Amir at a 5 type thing, but we'll learn more about Dario. Yep.
The one play that Rashawn had the other night where it was 3 guys were on him and he still managed to burst through and score. I mean, you guys ever hold up clips like that as an example of what you want to say? Does that embody kind of what he's all about?
We had, that's who we are. The last 2 games isn't who we are. That is not our standard. And over the years, if we've done anything, we've played physical. People have felt us. We haven't won to the volume of games that we all understand, but there was never, or not many games, you walk out of that saying, that's not the standard. And the other night, that wasn't the standard. Some of it was born out of trying to figure out, TJ was trying but wasn't there. We missed Dario. And there's that thing that I'm talking about is Dario and TJ. And it disrupts the rotations. And just in general, we just didn't play. We didn't play. I didn't feel like the game was even an semblance of who we are until about middle of the 3rd period. We were very reactive. And some of that you can't take away from the Lakers' athleticism. They play fast and they do have athletes. But the last 2 games at home, that's not who we are. That is not the standard. And, we understand how we're going to get where we want to go. And those 2 games aren't it.
And I know you won't have it for this game, but in the limited time you've seen Rashawn and Joel together, is that something that intrigues you? Did that open your eyes, how they played each other in certain situations?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit. And I think the snapshot you had the other night makes all of us think a little bit more deeply about that. You know, it's sometimes it's circumstances, oftentimes it's matchups. You know, that one was we needed to find something, and that's where I went, and he proved to be great. You know, like he really changed the dynamics of the game, and I do know that he needs to be kept alive. You know, he's good enough to be kept alive, and how when we're all healthy, and you got like Booker and Rashawn and Amir and Dario and Joel, those are real NBA players, and you know, playing that and subbing that and rotating that and keeping him alive, that is a real, you know, real sort of thoughtful plan that we all got to be on the same page with.
Right, I know you always say you don't want anybody feeling sorry for you. You know, you always said that before. But when you look at this injuries and stuff like that, and you guys are on a pretty good roll, it got to a point where you had too many players. You know, you had to sit certain guys. And now you're going through this stretch and you're seeing guys go down. I mean, do you ever say, dang, like...
No, and I really, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Of course I do.
Yeah.
But like, then I like, you know, you just move on. You come to the gym, everybody, you look at who you got, and you have faith in what you got. There is a massive drought at the moment when you add it all up with, you know, Markells and Justin Andersons and TJs and Darios and, you know, Joels, and like, yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
Like, and that's a hit. But, you know, the excitement, I think, of fighting with who you got to fight with, there's some level of competitive appeal to that too. I hear you. Yes, I do think about it. Yes, at times it gets a little disturbing, but that's life in 82 games. I mean, can you believe that we're almost 30% of the way through the NBA season? We're about to play, I think, 25 games tonight. Like, life moves. Wow, does it move. And it'll move out of this phase soon too.